When one takes hold of awareness to be their identity, that is, as we understand that awareness itself is identity, and that we are not the possessor of awareness. Rather, we are awareness itself. As we do this, we begin with a slow beginning, but it's a consistent, persistent beginning that continues. We begin to experience a practical and tangible and very obvious absence of anxiety, of fear, of the old human consternation and apprehension. And we can this moment right here, right now, let go of the me sense. And what does it leave? It leaves awareness on the scene. We retain awareness and let go of the me sense. And especially there is a lessening of human desire. That is a desire for anything other than the knowledge of the truth itself. A feeling of equanimity remains in this. And I don't know what word to use except motiveless. We remain in this motiveless state for just a time, and then it slowly blossoms into quite a new dimension that has an entire new set of sensations that I don't really know how to describe, except to call it peace. I can in no way describe this peace. I've tried. I don't think anyone can describe it. But we go about our daily affairs, and we seem to have a new vigor. Within it, we find ourselves with new insights. We find ourselves filled with new ideas, continually coming. And they're not ideas that just benefit us as an individual, but they are ideas that from which the whole world can benefit now. We continue our daily affairs just as always. We make a living, but we somehow do it now without the old interferences of worry and frustration and vain desire. And there is less disharmony. When we live as awareness itself, it begins to be experienced within some redolent atmosphere of peace, of satisfaction, a sense of all rightness, of tranquility. And we find ourselves knowing the meanings of things that we've never known before. We find ourselves watching others, knowing their motives, even before they speak. And we find ourselves knowing what to do about most of our life, about the situations that present themselves. It's as if a voice were behind us, saying, "This is the way. Walk this way." Indeed, living is this simple, credulous, childlike awareness. This will happen for you much sooner than you expect. Your awakening is inevitable, irresistible, and certain. Because the fact is, as you shall see and have been told many times, you are not sleeping to be awakened now. Despite the appearances on the world stage, you are already all you could ever hope to be. You are already at home in the divine mind. Our heritage, effortless and divine, is to acknowledge this fact. Truth is timeless. The yielding to life, to light, the grand sense of relief and peace. Identify as awareness. We are awareness itself. And be what we are. We do it on faith if necessary. We live that position that God is all, and the answers come. We claim our divine light now, and without long struggle. We are not wandering the garden. We are the garden entire. Find the beginning and stay there. What is this mortal mind? We take our real identity and live, and who we are not, and the ego falls away. So the me sense, then, is a fiction, a fraud from the beginning. Right now, bring yourself from an over-concern with things within awareness to awareness itself. Here you will find that all bodies, all images, and everything awareness includes are aspects of your own identity. Here you will find that you are happiness, completeness, and joy itself. Listen to this. You will understand and you will see. Life does not belong to you and me. Awareness, consciousness, is not in the body. The body is within awareness. We are the wisdom of isness now. We are the knowing of mind now. We are the life that God is now. And there is no wait. There is nothing that must be accomplished first. There is no laborious path to travel. There are no mysterious exercises to perform, no rituals to be observed, no daily lesson to be faithful to, no external authority to which we must be obedient before identity is identity, before God is God, before all is all, before life is, before awareness is aware, before I am. There are no words we can read that will convince us of the allness of this now consciousness. There is no one to whom we may listen or talk who can do more than persuade us intellectually. We know, and we know, only when we find it and feel it within the heart. Look at the stars as you did all those years ago. Be still and patient. Something will stir within. You will feel something deep within yourself. That greater than sensual marvel stirring within is the Christ child of yourself, telling you that you are coming alive again and coming home again, that your longings can be fulfilled, that you have important things to do here in this arena of time and space. The child is the guide, unafraid to move on with their seeking and finding. The child brings us to the victorious end of the human struggle for wealth, health, dominion, and power. The child leads us straight to itself. The child is the self of us, the soul. The child is life itself. The child is identity made in the image of God. The child is precisely what the avatars discovered, marveled at, and identified as. Surely simplicity is the profoundest of the absolutes. Of the thoughts the world has considered, mediated, contemplated, and pondered at length, none seems so difficult to be comprehended, nor more persistently disparaged and denied by our intellectual nature than the ultimate simplicity of reality. Yet, wherever the light has been seen, in whatever period or culture, regardless of the former beliefs of those within whom this light has bloomed or upon whom it has shone, the words that tell of it invariably speak of its availability, tenderness, and transcending simplicity. Enlightenment reveals that the real appears a mystery only to the sophisticated and dishonest nature within us, withheld from those who would search for it outside the childlike essence of their own being.